As soon as we become aware of the objects around us, we start to consider them in relationship to ourselves, and rightly so, because our fate depends entirely on whether they please or displease, attract or repel, help or harm us. This very natural way of looking at and assessing things appears to be as easy as it is necessary, yet it exposes us to thousands of errors that often put us to shame and make our lives miserable. We undertake a much harder task when, in our keen desire for knowledge, we strive to observe natural objects in and for themselves, and in their relationship to one another. For we soon feel the lack of the standard of liking and disliking, attraction and repulsion, usefulness and harmfulness that came to our aid when we were considering objects in relation to our human selves. We are forced to renounce this standard totally, and as dispassionate and quasi-divine beings, to seek out and examine what is, and not what pleases us. This means that neither the beauty nor the usefulness of any plant should move true botanists, who rather should study its morphology and its relationships to the rest of the plant kingdom. Just as the sun shines equally on all plants and entices them forth, so too should botanists observe and survey them all impartially and take the data and standards for their assessment not from the human domain, but from the domain of the things under observation. Close quote, footnote number 1, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, 1749 to 1832, German poet, dramatist, novelist, and scientist, from Goethe's treatise titled Der Versuch als Vermittler von Object und Subject. Quote, The Experiment as Mediator between Object and Subject, 1793, and this is from Scientific Studies, Johann Wolfgang Goethe, editor and translator, Douglas Miller, New York, Suhrkamp, publishers, 1988, end of footnote. Goethe's thoughts draw our attention to three different kinds of things. First, the objects we constantly receive information about through the gateways of our senses, the things we touch, taste, smell, hear, and see. Second, the impressions they make on us, which assume the character of liking or disliking, desire or disgust, by virtue of the fact that we react sympathetically to one thing and are repelled by another, or find one thing useful and another harmful,